Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at the new Super Smash Bros. Game for the Nintendo Switch, and basically we're just going to be predicting some facts and features of this new game for the E3 presentation next Tuesday. So before I start the video, could you make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this to come in the future. This channel is mostly based on Super Smash Bros. And Pokemon, but there will be some other videos coming in the future as well. So so let's start the video. Right, so the first point of this new Smash Bros. Game is the title. I think we're going to get the new title of this game. I really hope it's not going to be called Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch, because that's going to be kind of like the Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS they released a couple of years ago. But something on the lines of like Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Melee, where it would have like an actual title. So maybe something like Super Smash Bros. Ultimatum. That was my idea. But there was like Super Smash Bros. War I saw around. And some other ideas I saw in there as well. I really hope there's an actual proper title, not just for Nintendo Switch, but we will see next Tuesday. Also, this Smash Bros. Game is going to be is this Smash Bros. Going to be a new Smash or a port, or like a fusion of the two? I kind of think it's going to be a fusion of the two. I think it's going to be a port, but with like added on content, with a lot of added on content, but it's not going to be a new Smash. I would love it to be a new Smash. If it is, then that's fine by me. But a port with loads of new characters and new features would be probably the most likely feature at the moment, because this Smash Bros. Game has been only in development for at least 4 years, I think, or maybe at most 4 years. So basically the next feature is the fighters. I think in the Direct we're going to see at least 3 fighters. Probably Ice Climbers. I think Ice Climbers is a given at this point, because Ice Climbers weren't introduced in the Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS because of the 3DS capabilities. But now the Switch is its own thing now, not like paired up with a handheld console. So I think the Ice Climbers is going to be one of the new fighters to be introduced, maybe the first one to be introduced in the Direct. I think we're going to see more of the Inklings, because we haven't really seen much gameplay of the Inklings. I haven't seen any gameplay of the Inklings at all. I think they're going to have some pretty cool features, like moving around in the ink they maybe lay on the ground. That could be one of their features. I kind of see them doing a Pokemon character as well, as they're going to probably show off a Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee in the Direct as well. So whether that be Eevee as a playable character, but I'm not entirely sure about that one, because Eevee is a Pokeball Pokemon in the games. But who knows? It could be that, or it could be Decidueye, who is a Gen 7 Pokemon. It could be a whole bunch of Pokemon, because there's so many at this point now. It could be literally almost anyone. And then there's also third-party characters like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. These are most likely, I think Crash Bandicoot has a very high chance of becoming a new fighter in the new Smash Bros. As they announced that Crash Bandicoot is going to be on the Switch for the first time, which would be really cool to see. I'm a big fan of Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and if they announce Spyro in the Direct, then I can see them adding maybe both of those as well, which would be really, really cool. Now moving on to the big feature, I think that may be in these games is a proper story mode, something on the line as what was it? The Subspace Emissary. That was it. Something like cinematic, but also has like a massive story around it. Maybe like there'll be a final boss like the Master Hand, or Taboo, or maybe there's a new character who's even beyond Taboo, which would be really cool to see, because we didn't really have that in Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS, which was for me very disappointing. But they did talk about that and say like all the cinematic cutscenes, which were the main feature of the story, would just be leaked online and stuff. So I kind of see where they're coming from, but a lot of people were kind of disappointed with that. But if they make some changes around that, then I can see them doing pretty well with the story mode. Even if that could be paid DLC, I can see them doing that. If people buy fighters, then I'm sure they'll buy more cinematic cutscenes. I know I would. And that's a good way of introducing DLC characters, which we'll talk about later on, into the story. As you know, if the story mode was just in the base game, then we will probably most likely not see any of the DLC characters. So if they do it by episode and add it for each DLC, then I can see them doing that. The release date, that's probably going to be shown off. Most likely going to be releasing when Nintendo's Paid Online comes out. I think that's probably a given at this point. Although I'm thinking about it now, and it might be a big risk, because if it doesn't work when the Nintendo Paid Online comes out, then there's going to be a lot of problems, I think. So maybe a couple of weeks after they release the Paid Online, then I can see them doing that. And then I think at the Treehouse and the Invitational, I think they're going to release even more fighters. Because if this game is coming out this year, and we literally have no information about these games, so I see them doing that. Maybe announcing more fighters, more features. Maybe more about the story mode in the Treehouse. I'm pretty sure they're going to show off one. Most like 100%. Going to show off a new fighter in the Invitational. Whether that be a third-party character, who knows? But I think that would be a pretty good advertisement for the game. And finally, about the DLC. DLC was a massive feature in Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS. We saw fighters such as Mewtwo who returned, such as Lucas, and amazing, crazy fighters such as Bayonetta and Cloud and Ryu. So I can see them doing DLC, maybe for it depends how big this game is. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a huge game. It just depends on how big they want to make the roster to be. I can see them. There's about 58 characters around there in the Wii U and 3DS games. So I can see them going definitely into the 60s, maybe even 70s of characters. So DLC will probably be a main feature of that, and I would love to see again Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, maybe some surprise characters. Like Cloud was a massive surprise character, because no one really thought that Spyro or Crash, Cloud or Ryu would actually be in these games. So I don't know. Who knows? DLC could be a surprise to us. Maybe they won't even do DLC, but I highly doubt that. I think Sakurai has some pretty cool things up his sleeve to make us all hype, really. So that was basically the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more in the future. I will be making more Smash Bros videos when the E3 presentation is done and over. Maybe look at some more in-depth reviews of each character that's going to be revealed, because we know new characters are going to be revealed during the presentation. So thank you guys for watching, and see you later.